Matheus Cunha!
Wolves fans are saying he's the best player they've ever seen.
What, at their club?
No.
Hardly a surprise signing, but it's one that was very much needed. Remember the games where he was terrorising United? Well, hopefully he can do that to opposing teams now. United's attacking options have been dwindling by the week as Amorim, first of all, booted out Rashford, booted out Anthony, and it looks as if Garnacho's set to follow. Is Cunha the perfect 10 for Amorim? Or should we be worried about those walk-in stats?
Really?
Well, I'll break it all down in today's video. If you enjoy it, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get straight into the business.
Go! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
So what type of player is he? Well, on the face of it, it's a signing that really signals Ineos' intent to back Amorim in his system now. As Cunha played a very, very similar system at Wolves, playing in that left-hand role that we expect him to occupy when he does come to United. Born in Brazil, but Cunha was really raised in Wolverhampton. Eyebrows were raised when Wolves made that deal permanent after a very, very mediocre loan spell that Cunha had initially. 6 months, and he only managed 2 goals with them. Gary O'Neill was the first to really get the best out of him though, and he hasn't really looked back since. Starting in a very mediocre Wolves team, and they were staring relegation in the face for large parts of last season, but that does mean he should fit in right at home at United.
Very funny.
Playing in that left-hand role definitely suited him. He was a sole striker before that for large parts, and he just didn't really highlight the best parts of his game. Allowing him to roam a little bit more, to pick up the ball in deeper areas, to be able to drive from deep with that ball then, has really got the best out of him. And it was Gary O'Neill that first did that. And then with Pereira, he did continue that fine form. The 10 role highlights his ability to link up the play and also drive his team forward with the dribbling. He can roam wide or he can stay central, showing great ability to hold the ball up from deep, retaining possession 81% of the time when receiving passes under pressure in the Premier League. That makes him 6th in the Premier League for that stat, and it just shows what he can bring to United. He's shown equal value between dribbling and passing in the recent season, so it's just highlighting that all-round skill set that Cunha's got. It's definitely an area where Amorim hopes that Cunha can help United's build-up play. Can he get involved from that 10 position and, even in his own half, use that play under pressure to get United further up the field? Amorim does try and bait the press, and we've seen him use different build-up systems, but he tries to create those transition opportunities. And can we use Cunha's ability with his dribbling then in those instances with those false transitions to get United in more dangerous attacking positions more often? His finishing was immaculate last season, but he did overperform that XG by a fair bit. It does show that the goals might not be sustainable, but as I've said, his all-round game, United are looking more at that, I think, rather than expecting 20 goals a season from him. You look at the shots he's taken at Wolves, and he's been their main outlet for a little while now, so he does try a lot of speculative shots. Whether United are going to want that to continue, not quite so sure. His finishing was seen as his major weakness a few seasons ago though, especially when he first came to the Prem, but with that experience in the Prem now, he's definitely shown more composure in front of goal. And now for the bits about Cunha and the signing that I don't quite like so much, things that do make me a little bit nervous.
Starting to get a bit shaky, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit worried.
The major one is the price. United spending 60 odd million again on one player, and with the amount of stuff that we do need for our squad this summer, can we really afford to be shaking out that much money? It's going to be another risk. Even though Cunha is Prem obviously proven, we've seen players come to United being Prem proven in the past, and I might just be sceptical. I might just be riddled with nerves with United's transfer business because of what's happened the last decade. But spending that much money does always worry me. But now performance-wise, the things that maybe we might be a little bit worried about. But for Wolves, he's obviously not coming up against low blocks very often. So how creative is he going to be in those instances? Obviously, I've mentioned his dribbling from deep. But is he going to get as many of those opportunities to dribble, have as much space to run into when he's playing for United? Obviously, United are not a top team at the minute, but we do expect to come up against more low blocks than Wolves have. So is he going to keep being that creative outlet and being so obviously productive in attack if that is the case? But it's really Cunha's pressing ability that does come into question. I've mentioned it, and it's going to be those walk-in stats, and they've been released, and there's really two ways of looking at it. Are you looking at it now that he's reserving his energy for those sprints, for the dribbles further forward, obviously trying to help his team in attack, or is he simply just being lazy? United fans didn't buy the excuse that Rashford was conserving his energy for attack when he was doing a similar thing for United, so will United fans buy it with Cunha? It is funny though, because I remember a few years ago when United were linked with Cunha when he was playing for Atletico, and I remember at that time he was seen as this pressing monster from the front. So, I don't know, people call his attitude into question as well. Obviously, there was a couple of moments with Wolves last season where he didn't paint himself in a very good light, but it does seem the way he talks about United, how keen he was on signing, it does look as if obviously those attitude problems may not be so much of an issue. Overall though, Cunha's shown terrific ability in attack, and he's got bundles of Prem experience as well. I think I'm just scorned from United's transfer history over the last decade. I'm not going to come on here and say that Cunha is a definite cert to be one of United's top attackers for years to come. It does, all the evidence points to potentially that way, but we're going to have to just wait and see. Cunha looks nailed on to at least improve Amorim's attack, but that's not going to be hard. Our attack was as dull as dishwater last term, so if Cunha can slightly improve that, then it potentially will be money well spent, even though we have spent a little bit more than what I probably would like. Let's just hope that Cunha is the first of many this summer. As we all know, United need a lot of reinforcements going into the next season. But Cunha, first day of the transfer window to announce him signing, definitely a very, very good start.